Okay, let's get this party started. We have our big sheet of white paper that's been painted. You kept the paints nice and thin by using squeegees to apply the pigments. The pigments are thin, the pigments are bright, the pigments blended as you pulled one color on top of the other. And you know what? The movement of your arm created marks on the page in different directions. Marks are movement, right? Lines are movement, because this is what you have to do. You have to move to make the mark. And it kind of reminds me of a very windy day with the winds going every which direction. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this sheet of paper now that it's all dry, and we're going to fold it in half. Oh, looks like I already folded this one in half. Let me fold it in half this way. There we go, folded it in half. And I think we'll use this side of the paper, okay, the colorful side. I might turn it this way, it might fit the camera better. And I'm gonna take my template, now you'll have to use one of these, there's several of them. And remember where my fold in the paper is, right down here, see my finger? I'm gonna match this arrow where it says center fold to this center fold of the paper. So that matches there, and the corner down here on this far right side matches, and everything's good. Now I'm going to use a marker to outline, but you can just as easily use a pencil. I'm using marker because I know you can see it. I'm going to outline this little hole here. That's where the string will eventually attach. I'm going to outline here, this edge on the far left, this on the far left, and this edge, this longest edge, traveling from left to right. Now, in addition, I have a little tiny notch here in the paper. I'm going to put a little ink mark there, ink or pencil, whatever, and then on the opposite end, another little corresponding notch. So I put a little ink mark there. So those little notches are important because we've got to fold the paper. See that dashed or dotted line? Got to fold the paper later on between those two little notches. So I'm going to get rid of my template, get rid of my marker, get ready to cut. Now you can see the lines are only on one side, so that means we'll cut while this is folded. Here's my nice pair of shears, my nice pair of scissors. And holding the paper tightly together, you might need some space for this. This is kind of a big project. Cut right along that line on the far right as you see it. Okay, scraps, you know, go in the trash can. Now, turn the paper again while it's folded. Cut along this shorter line. And one more line to cut, this one right here. Probably the first one we did, but the last one to cut, right here. Down towards that little circle we drew, which will eventually be punched out. So those scraps, scissors go away. We're done with the scissors for a little bit. Scraps go over here in the trash. So this is what we got so far, okay? Two sides of our kite, and a large section of the center is gonna fold up like this and become the bridle. So let's go ahead and flip the kite over now. We're looking at the back, and we have one of these white cardboard pieces that's pretty stiff, and this is gonna go right here on one side of the fold. We're gonna glue it down, and it's gonna provide a nice, strong central support for the bridle. And I'm just gonna use a glue stick. Let me check this one out. Yeah, probably still enough left on that one. You might wanna double check to make sure you have enough. I'm gonna lay glue stick here, right, just to the right of the fold. Okay, and I'm gonna actually do some glue stick there to the right of that edge. So that part of the bridle will close up later on. Okay, be generous, use plenty of glue. And here I come in with my cardboard piece, very thick it is, and I'm gonna put it just to the right of the fold. It's really right on the fold. The fold is right here. And then I'm gonna apply more glue right to the cardboard so that when we close this up again, okay, ready, closing it up, you can see where the fold is in relationship to the cardboard. Here we go. That nice strong cardboard piece is right there, part of the bridle, making it nice and strong. I think we're done with the glue for a while, so putting that up. Since I've got the bridle supported right here, reinforced I should say, let me take this single hole punch. See, there's the hole. I'm going to punch out that hole. I've got to place the hole right there. So let's put that hole right on top of my little circle and use both hands. Ready? Squeeze hard. There you go. You may have to have me do that for you because that's quite a bit of punching. So that's the reinforced hole now where the string or the kite string will attach. So that's good. And remember how we put some extra glue right in that inside upper edge? Those sections are glued together. That's good. They won't blow open. Now remember, we have that little ink mark there at the top. There was a notch in our template and a corresponding notch down here. We're going to fold a straight line between those 2 points. So let's just gently bend the paper over, find those marks. Easy to do with a permanent marker because it bleeds through the paper. Make sure to match those 2 marks up. Be really sure to do that and make your fold. Make your fold. Did I do it? I'm a little off right there, but close enough. I think that'll work. So we're done with our folding. Now I'm going to take some tape, and it doesn't matter what color you use, okay? I'm going to use red because I got a lot more of it. And I'm going to run tape from top to bottom to close up this seam right here, okay? Guess I could have glued that, but I'm going to use tape top to bottom. If I have a little extra, no worries, I'll just cut it off. If I need a little more, I didn't pull off enough tape, I'll just go ahead and add more. See how I'm centered right on the seam, right where the 2 sheets of paper come together, and I'm going to press that down nice and even. And then I have this excess red tape at both ends here. I don't have to be too neat, but I'm going to try to be as neat as I can. You know, I want to show you the best way to do this. And right down here, I got a little extra right down there, okay? So that seam is now tightly together. Now, the kite is really sturdy right here at the bridle. Okay, so here's the bridle. But it is not sturdy right here going across. So we need a bamboo, whoops, forgot to get it. Let me get a bamboo dowel. Here I go, running to get some tools that I forgot. Let's get one of these bamboo dowels. Here we go. See that in the picture? Get those at the 100 yen store. You get several of them for just 100 yen. Whoops, bumped the camera. Well, you can live with that. So here I go. I'm going to tack this down. And it's going to go corner to corner, okay? Corner to corner. And tacking things down, and I can just tear this tape. I don't have to cut it. Tacking things down means to temporarily secure them, temporarily attach them. So I'm going to temporarily attach that bamboo dowel here on the right side with a small piece of tape. And I'll do the same thing here on the left side, holding it in place, placing the dowel right where I need it so it doesn't move, okay? And once it's tacked down temporarily, I'll pull off more tape, and I'm going to lay the tape right down the middle of this dowel, here on the right, here on the left. Pulled off a little too much, that's okay. Gently secure the tape to the dowel, and then just as carefully secure the tape to the paper. Plenty of excess over here on the right to trim. Trim that off or fold it over, either way, doesn't matter. Just get it out of the way. And here, gently, so I don't tear the kite. Trim off excess there, and or just fold it over, okay? So, tape support here, holding the dowel down. Tape support here vertically, holding the 2 wings together, and remembering that on this side we have our bridle here, reinforced, hole punched, and this area right here glued together so the wind doesn't get in there, and open that up, okay? So your kite is done now with the exception of the 6 tails, the 6 crepe paper tails that you have to attach. And I don't know that I have to do a video for that, but crepe paper, like party streamers is what that is. Looks a little bit like this. We have different colors. And you need 6 of these, and each one has to be the same length. 6 that are the same length. You pick the colors, but the same length. And the length happens to be the length, end to end, of one of these black work tables that you're at every day, okay? So we're going to use our unit of measure to measure the tails, all 6 of them, 1 table length. Okay? Now you try.